another episode of Christy Chaos. I know you're excited. So today's video is going to be a little different than any of my other videos. So first I want to start off by saying that you got to be careful with people on the internet, and I've been taught most of my life and you would think I would know, but I've got a little story for you. So story time. So I'm trying to sell a full body silicone doll, and I've had quite a few people interested in asking me, if they can meet up with me, just different. I've had a few people ask me if I can hold the doll, but nobody's been serious. No one's followed through. Everything is fell through. So story time. So I get this lady, and she seemed super nice, and she's like, I need to buy this doll for my daughter. And I'm like, okay. So she calls me, because this is all over Facebook. So she calls me, and she's like, how far are you from where she lives? So I Googled it, and well, you're about 4 hours away. So I found a nice halfway point where I would drive for 2 hours and they would drive for 2 hours, and we would meet in a public place like a Walmart. Well, she was all fine with that. This is on Friday, and she wanted to meet up on Saturday. So she calls me a little bit later, because I'm thinking I'm going to arrange a meeting for the following day. And she calls me and she goes, my daughter really wants this doll. Can I just come to you tonight? And I said, if you want to drive all that way from where you live, come on. I have the doll, she's yours. If you come for her and you show up with money, I'll sell you the doll. Not a problem. So, like a dum-dum, I give her my address. Now, should I have done that? Probably not. But about 4.5 hours pass, 4 hours, and I'm like, hey, how close are you? Thinking maybe she got turned around, maybe she entered the address incorrectly into her GPS, because I've done that before and it's taken me somewhere I don't even. So I was thinking maybe she got lost or something had happened. So I messaged her and she didn't respond. So I tried to call her and it said she had left the group. So I'm like, okay, that's weird, but whatever. I wait some more. At this point, I had a friend over because I didn't want to be alone. Meeting a stranger off the internet, immediately I realized, after I'd already done it, hey, maybe that wasn't the smartest decision I could have made, but I did it. So once she left the group, I was able to see her full contact information. I wasn't able to see it beforehand. So since she left the group, I was able to look her up. So I look her up and I see all kinds of pictures of her and her kids. And a few moments later, I see this white vehicle ride past my house. And it had templates. And I used to work for a company, and we did title loans. And I know exactly what templates look like for her state, because she lived in another state. She's not in Ohio. So I'm like, I bet you any money that was them. The girl in the passenger seat looked like it could have been this woman's daughter. So they rolled past my house, but I'm already blocked at this point. So now I'm a little weirded out. You know where I live. You came all this way. You rolled past my house. I'm pretty sure it was you rolling past my house, or her, I should say. Either way, but it was really weird. To just block me. I don't know how hard it is to say, hey, I changed my mind, or hey, this just isn't gonna work, or whatever. Just straight up blocked me, said nothing else, and like 99% sure I seen them drive past my house, which is pretty scary to think. So with that, I've now got this complete stranger who knows where I live. I doubt they'll ever. They live over 4 hours away. I doubt they'll ever, come back. But for whatever reason, during their journeys, because I'm pretty confident they made it the whole journey, but right before they got here, they blocked me, so something happened. But upon messaging me, she said, the doll was for her daughter, and her daughter was a YouTuber, and she didn't get very many likes. So immediately I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to start out a YouTube, so to speak, for myself. You know, I'm new to YouTube as well. So I gave her my channel name, and she's like, oh my gosh, I would love to see you boxing this doll and, you know, the whole process on how it's done. That would be wonderful. Well, I don't really do things like that often on my channel. Actually, I don't think I ever have. I've done a little bit of everything. I haven't really stuck to anything in particular, but this one would definitely be different than what I've done in the last month, because I've only had this channel maybe a month and a half. So it would be different than what my videos usually are, but in other words, I'm going to include a little bit of that, just because a couple people who were interested in the doll did ask for a video of the doll to make sure that I really had it and I wasn't some kind of a scammer trying to pull a fast one on anybody. You know, I really do own this item. I didn't just steal someone else's, you know, pictures. Like, they wanted to make sure. So I'm making this video so that I can redirect anybody that says, well, what if you don't really have this doll? Well, here I am in the live and flesh, and you're going to see me in the next few clips really interacting with this doll that I really own and giving it a box opening, so to speak. Now, this doll is anatomically correct. She is full body silicone. I originally got the doll with intent to root her and give her some hair and maybe paint her a little bit more, because she was pretty plain and bald when I got her, but life has been crazy, so my plan for her never worked out, and honestly, she's just sitting in a closet. So I want to give someone else the chance to enjoy her and play with her. You know, maybe a young girl, or you never know who might be wanting a doll of her type, but whoever, I hope that someone can get more enjoyment out of her than me, because she's a whole lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, you know. I mean, I liked baby dolls when I was growing up, so I always thought it was fun to dress them and, you know, make them look cute. So I did that one or two times with this doll, with intentions, hoping to give her hair eventually, you know, paint her, make her better, you know, give her better features. But the plan never stuck. So if you're interested, because I still don't have anybody solid. I have a couple people that want me to hold the doll for them, and they're like, yeah, can you hold the doll until this date? And I'm like, that's like almost a month away, you know. I've had a ton of people ask me, you know, if I would take like dirt cheap for her, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but if you do a little bit of research on these type of dolls, you'll see that, you know, they're expensive. They're not cheap dolls. But if you're interested, after you see this video, if that's something you'd be interested in, I will ship for an additional fee. We can discuss pricing, you know, if you message me directly. But I'm gonna roll these clips and let you see for yourself. This is kind of a different video, but I just want to say, going forward, I will never, lesson learned, and I know better. I know better. Shame on me. But going forward, I will never meet at my home, ever. I don't care if they're like, we're 4 hours away, we're coming to you. Like, nope, never meet at my house again. That was scary. I'm still I'm still creeped out, you know, just thinking that there's somebody out there that I don't know, and they know where I live, and they know enough about me, and I gave her the information to find me on YouTube, and I just, it doesn't make me feel good, knowing that I did something that dumb. So if you're thinking about selling something, or if you have sold something in the past, hopefully you've been smarter than me and not brought them right to your house. However, if you're thinking of selling something, never bring them to your house. Because like I said, I'm 99% sure I seen this lady and her daughter based off of their profile pictures on Facebook that I found after they blocked me, because I had no idea who they were. There was just their profile picture was like a group photo of, you know, a bunch of kids. So I had no idea who the heck I was talking to. And once, you know, I was able to see it, I'm 99% sure I seen, because she did say it was for her daughter, I'm pretty sure I seen her daughter in the passenger seat that probably brought her mom all the way out here to where I live to buy a doll, and for whatever reason it didn't happen, and now they know where I live and they just blocked me and stopped talking to me. Like, that is so rude. Okay, so if you're ever buying something and you change your mind, don't block the person. Just tell them, hey, I changed my mind. It may be embarrassing, but guess what? They'd rather hear that than being blocked, because you know how many people have blocked me through this interaction? You know how cold people have been through the whole course of me trying to sell this doll, which has been about going on 3 weeks now. I've tried to, you know, sell this doll, different platforms and stuff. She's listed in different areas. She's no longer on Facebook, because that's where I had my biggest problems, was trying to sell her on the Facebook buy sell trade sites. So if you ever go to sell something, don't give them your address. Meet in a public place, take somebody with you, please be safe. I also went and purchased some markers to make sure if they pay me in cash, then I will check it in front of them that it is not counterfeit, because that's a concern, especially when you're selling something for so much money. You want to make sure you can't trust anybody. They may seem like the nicest people. This woman seemed so sweet when I had my interaction with her, and then she just blocked me. Like, that's so rude. And I mean, it takes 2 seconds to say, not interested, sorry. That's all you have to say. I wouldn't pry. It's not my place. Like, you changed your mind. Okay, I'll move on to the next person. And see, the thing is with this lady, I know I keep talking about it and I'm rambling, and I'm sorry for that, but it's just got me so fired up. So this lady, when she said she wanted to come for it and she wanted to, you know, drive 4 hours, I had 2 other people that were interested in it, as well as a lady that I was trying to hold it for. So I had about 4 people at the same time wanting this doll. And because she said she would drive to me and she would get it that night, because I wasn't planning to try to sell to anybody until Saturday. And the other 2 people that I had lined up were still on the fence. They didn't know if that's really what they wanted to do. So I moved on to the next, you know, interested person, because they all kind of messaged me within, you know, the same time frame. And I'm talking to all of them, and she was the only one that seemed to, like, be interested, you know, like, let's get it done. And everybody else was kind of like, I'll get back to you, or something of that sense. So when this lady, you know, decided to come to my house, I put that the doll was pending. And the other 2 people that I was talking to actually ended up deleting our conversation and blocking me as well. And or leaving the group and blocking me as well. And I'm like, okay. And I chose this lady over, you know, 2 other potential buyers, which they probably wouldn't have been buyers, because that's been my pattern. I've gotten a bunch of people accidentally hit the I'm interested button, at least 12 people, and they're like, oh, sorry, I hit that on accident. Sorry, I hit that on accident. Everybody hit that on accident. And Facebook, before I removed my post, and I didn't screenshot it or save it, it doesn't matter, but I had over 740 views. 740 people were interested in looking at my item. And out of all that, I chose this woman who said she was going to drive 4 hours, and then she blocks me. Like, I'm getting really annoyed with being blocked by people when they don't want something. That's okay that you don't want it. I'm not forcing you to want what I have, but don't tell me you're interested and then block me. That is the rudest thing you can do. It is not that hard to message someone and be like, hey, something came up, or we changed your mind, or hey, this isn't going to work out. Just let me know. I'm reasonable. You wouldn't know that because I'm just a stranger to you on the internet trying to sell an item, but you don't got to be rude. So I'm done with my rant, because I can rant forever. But this lady really rubbed me wrong. Like, I feel so violated and so uncomfortable. Like, you blocked me and then rolled past my house. Yeah. So if you thought I was a scammer and I wasn't real and you decided to block me, but you still drove all this way. So I'm going to roll these next couple clips. I'm going to kind of, you know, speed them up and throw some music over them. So if you're not really interested, so be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm awesome. Go ahead and leave me a comment. I read everything. I actually have a Facebook page. You can just follow me on Facebook. If you type in Christy Chaos, you'll find me. I also have an Instagram. I'm still working on that. But if you type in Christy Chaos into Instagram, I'll put those links in here. You can also find me that way. So until next time, be sure to subscribe, like this video if you like to hear me rant and go off about people who've been crappy. I've talked way too long. That's my flaw. I talk. Anyways, I'm done. So we're going to play these next couple clips for you. Like I said, if you don't want to watch them, click away now. But not before you subscribe. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment because I read everything. I love your comments. I've had so many wonderful comments on my Facebook and my YouTube. People have been so wonderful. So thank you. Keep it up. You guys rock. You guys are what keep me going. And if you liked this video, thumbs it up, subscribe. There you have it. She's all packed, ready to go to her new mommy.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.